Alright guys, so there's been a lot of hype over the 2012 presidential debate, and I am just going to weigh in and give you my 2 cents about everything. And I've been getting a lot of complaints about my sound quality, so I am going to be talking extra loud. Well, not extra loud because I'm in a campus right now and there are classes going on, so I can't be screaming. But I have my face to the webcam basically, and hopefully you should hear this. So starting off today, we're going to be talking about who will have a better, what you need to look out for basically. Okay, so starting off with the basics that pretty much everyone should know. If you don't know this, you are not educated enough to be voting. You should just click X and probably go watch some football or baseball, because you are not that smart. If you don't know who the candidates are, well, the candidates are Obama and Romney. President Obama, candidate Romney. Now, who is the president? The president is a guy who basically went to college, worked in Chicago, ran for office, and eventually got like a really good endorsements, because not even serving a year, he was able to just go straight to the Senate and straight to like running for president. That's just luck right there. That is Chicago's political machine. You get kickbacks. You get one guy telling you when you can go up, when you have to stay down. That's just how things run sometimes. No matter who tells you otherwise, that's just how things run. Chicago's another example. Check out Starz' new show, The Boss. You'll know what I'm talking about. So here we go. President Obama. So we have that basic information down. So next information that we need down is, you guys have been hearing a lot about, if you watch TV, especially CNN, Fox, or anything remotely popular or smart, who will need to be prepared. Now every show out there, or commentator or moderator or anything, article out there is saying that Mitt Romney needs to be on top of his A game, like he needs to be on fire tonight. But everybody basically, based on surveys and polls, everybody expects the president to win, but they just don't. Mitt Romney can't shoot himself in the foot. Basically, when I'm weighing in is, I think President Obama actually cannot screw this chance up, because the spotlight's on you. Even though you haven't debated in 4 years, people have pretty high standards for you. Really high standards. Fair or not, you are known for being very outspoken with your words and the way that you deliver your messages. So I'm going to say right here, President Obama. A way to tell who's prepared is by look at their body posture. Is it up? Are they fidgeting? Are they pay very close attention to their face, their hands. Facial expression can infer whether or not the question is difficult or not, or whether they have practiced it, or whether they like it, how it's being put or defined. Especially the number one thing is to pretty much watch whether or not whether or not each candidate delivers their answer quickly. Because if basically how I'm judging this is if it takes them longer to answer the question, then they weren't prepared or as prepared as they could be, or they just were not prepared for the question to be asked in such and such a way, or for the other candidate to respond in such a way. So be on the lookout for delivery time. So next, moving on. Now we actually went over this, what to look for. I just explained. It was basically how to tell who's prepared: body posture, facial expression, fidgeting, taps, voice, tone, bold voice. Let's see who is the alpha male in this debate. That's basically what it is. So the next thing that we're looking at is the orator. And who this person is Candy Crowley of CNN. Basically, she will be the host, and she will be the woman delivering all the questions to each candidate. The reason why this is a factor, and it's an important factor, is because especially if you guys know psychology, which I'm going to be getting into that in later videos, but there are ways of manipulating people based on how a question is worded. If I ask you, are you normal? Most of you should say yes. But if I go into details and say most normal people play sports, so am I saying that if you don't play sports you're not normal? What if I say most people, the average person, watches pop music? Pop music is among the most favorite music listened to. So does that mean that if you don't like or listen to pop music that you are not normal? So how you can word questions to get a specific reaction. So an orator can basically control or dictate answers and momentum. So you don't want a powerful orator or one who leans towards one side. You want them to be in the middle and present the questions as questions, and not let one candidate really walk around it, like Newt Gingrich did in one debate where it was ridiculous, quite honestly. Will the crowd be a factor? Now, this one will be a silent debate, meaning that the crowd will not be making noise. Now, if the crowd is not making noise, you won't be able to tell who's winning, and it really will be after the debate that when everybody gets a chance to dissect the messages delivered, who had the better argument and better viewpoints and better policies to make the next 4 years a more successful 4 years for the country as a whole. And there's been special attention paid to this. One-liners. And what I want to say is the one-liners are incredibly difficult. Like, do pay attention to them, but do not pay strict attention to this, because for a lot of things, I would say the one-liners you won't even pick up until probably like a few days later, or a couple hours. Later, when the media's really dive in and decide. Alright, moving on. We are going to be talking about this. What is your outlook on the economy? Now, some people have a more optimistic outlook on the economy, you have to remember that 4 years ago it was in the sink, it was in the toilet getting ready to be flushed. But then it, like, the toilet water came up a little bit, and it's been slowly rising. It's been slowly increasing. So no matter what Republicans will tell you, that the economy is so and so or so and so, it was worse than this. Yes, the country is in more debt and has accrued and will probably need to pay off way more because of the interest on the debt, but it was worse than this, and it was caused by Republicans. Do not get that mixed up. That's the number one thing I want everybody to take away from this. Obama did not cause it. If you don't know that, you're an idiot. Basically, if you don't know that, you're not intelligent enough to vote based on facts. Moving on to the next one. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Now, this is a hard question to ask because for different people, you'll get different reactions. Let's say for older citizens, most of you will say yes, because when the economy was going down the drain, 1/4 of you probably were out of work. So it's gotten a whole lot better. So yeah, but for fresh out of college citizens, they might not know how bad it was because they still lived with their parents. So that question might be interpreted differently unless they had parents who really got hit by it, and I mean hit. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot. Like my family, we got screwed over on a housing decision, and the funniest thing is I actually picked the house. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Not the best decision ever. I was a kid then. I picked the house we lived in, so not the best decision. It really was built poorly. Ryland Homes. Really inspect your houses. Next is a very big topic that will come up. This will be a reoccurring theme. And I want you guys all to ask yourselves, do you care about the poor? Because the poor will probably get will probably take the biggest hit if Mitt Romney is elected. The poor and the middle class probably take a hit. If you are okay, and let's assume that you're either one of these, because only 1% of Americans are these, and I'm going to assume that if you're watching my YouTube video, you're probably one of these, but you might be the 1%. Congratulations. Maybe you should donate some money to me. What you think and your opinions will generally influence your thoughts and decisions and what you want as in a candidate. So I'm going to add to this list what do you think about the 1%? And the 1% generally are the ones with the most money, and most of them are not hand-fed. Most of them have to work for this money. So what do you think? Alright, moving on. So we're almost there. This is the last thing you need to ask yourself before the debate starts tonight on CNN. Do you believe in the power of taxation? Now, taxes, as much as everyone hates paying them, really do help. Well, I know some people will make an argument, well, I don't want my taxes being paid for, being helping to pay for, let's say, healthcare or relief programs. Well, taxes aren't all used for that, or welfare programs. They're not all used for that. They're there to keep the government afloat in the federal budget, like afloat. I don't think I worded that right. But taxes really are a good thing because they give the country more money as a whole. Whether that money is spent wisely or responsibly is up to you guys. If you guys want smarter people, then I suggest you turn off your TVs and actually do your research, because a lot of these politicians can buy votes. It's literally, if you want to get a seat in office, you basically have to have a lot of money, and the more money you have, the more ads you can put on TV, and the more ads you put on TV, the more you can brainwash people. So anyways, before that really irritates me. But taxes, I generally think that the taxes should be increased by 5% on everybody, but the rich should pay, let's say, 10% higher. But taxes can't fix everything, because generally speaking, when you're not making nearly as much money, you would be in favor of taxes. But as soon as you start making millions and millions of dollars, those taxes that previously wouldn't look as significant really become significant. So let's say you are making $1 billion a year, and okay, that is a huge stretch. Let's say $10 million a year. The taxes would probably run you down $3 million. Probably at least $3 million. In some states, maybe even 4. I doubt that, though. Those are ridiculous tax rates. But taxes help fuel NASA. They help fuel roads and infrastructure, schools, public welfare, and relief programs. They're not that bad. So now that you guys have the tools and know what to look out for, let me change this. Now that you guys know what to look out for, I really hope you pay attention, because if you are not if you're not taking the time to really take this seriously and evaluate the candidates, you are just as bad as their policies, and you should not complain about what goes wrong in the next 4 years. This is Henry1502 Inc. Like, add, subscribe. I am out.